Ron, what's cooking?
Well, hey, Dave, I'm glad you asked. We're having pizza today. But the first thing we have to do is talk to Carlos, because he's our friend. Then we need to talk to our other friend, Sammy Adams, who's right here, only used for cooking. You gotta use a decent beer, not using none of that light stuff. Gotta use something that's got some body to it. So 1 cup of beer.
What do you do with the rest?
Well, I guess you could drink it. Hey, Dave, would you like some beer?
Got
Okay.
some, thanks.
Well, here, have some more, doggone it. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 2.5 teaspoons of your Fleischmann's Active Rice. Yeast. Unless you got it in a little packet, then you just need 1 little packet. We'll mix this up. And we'll let that sit for 20 minutes. Now, through the miracle of modern technology, 20 minutes is up. You didn't even see a break in the film, did you? Quite amazing, that guy on the camera, let me tell you. I happen to have this KitchenAid, which is great. If you don't have one, you'll have to use a spoon and a bowl. And into the bowl, I put 3 cups of flour from this really cool drawer that I built myself. If you don't have one of those, tough luck. So you don't have to pack it in there, you just gotta kind of even it up on the sides. Teaspoon of salt. And you stir that in. Extra virgin olive oil is the only kind of oil to use. I happen to like this Greek stuff, it's pretty good. We will use 3 tablespoons. Then we will add the beer and the yeast. Put this on stir and wait till it all comes together. Once again, through the modern miracle of science, oh look, it's done and risen.
Wow.
Yes, but you have to knead it. So after that all comes together, you take it out, you got to knead it for 5 minutes, otherwise it doesn't taste right. So once again, look at that. Oh, look at mine. My 5 minutes has gone by. And you put that in there, and then you put a towel on top. And you put it somewhere warm to your eyes. Oh look, it's risen. So,
This is just like a magic show.
almost, Dave. Except it's the magic of the kitchen. So, you gotta pound that down. And you let that rest. And while that's resting, we will get the rest of our items together. So it all depends on what you like on your pizza. I happen to like mushrooms, and a green pepper, and an onion.
You like carrots on your pizza?
I do not. Or broccoli, or cauliflower, any other garbage. That's how I do that, and that's how I do this onion. And I don't care how they do it on a cooking show. I have a cooking show yet. I haven't been to the Culinary Institute. so I don't care. Like it makes a big stinking difference. I don't think it does. Don't ever reach for a falling knife unless you can get it before it cuts your hand.
I was thinking the same thing when you got safety shoes on.
I do.
He really does.
That takes care of that. Then I just happen to have some canned pizza sauce that I really like. If I'm not using my own, am I using my own? I'm using Di Fratelli. Pretty good stuff. Another great thing, ladies, have your husband build you that drawer because it really saves a lot of time. So I got these pizza pans with the holes in them. A lot of people don't. It doesn't work out well for me. Put a little bit of oil on each pan. So then you get your mozzarella cheese, Formosa cheese, which I only use half of.
Why is that?
It's just the way it works out. There'll be more questions and there'll be a test at the end. So
Why do you put the oil on the pans?
that's so the pizza doesn't stick to them, Dave. And you set this oven at 425. I guess you could put foil on them or you could use butter or something else, but it would be really crappy. Throw a little flour down, throw a little flour in here. Spread this out. I bet you're waiting for me to throw this up in the air. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Yes, it would, but I don't know how to do it, so ain't gonna happen. But I will tell you this, to keep this round, kind of do it like squares. You go that way, and you turn it 90 degrees, and you go the other way. For some odd reason, it turns out to be round.
More kitchen magic.
More kitchen magic. I also find if you do about that much, then you just put over the side, let it rest a second. It's easier to roll out. I do not know why. Look at that. Almost perfectly round, except not quite, but pretty close. Certainly not a square. And you flip these edges over like this, because it makes a nice crust. And if you don't like the crust, then you can feed them to the dog, and they can be pizza bones for the dog. And if you don't have a dog, you can feed them to your little kids that don't have any teeth, because they like to gum them. And if you don't have any little kids, then I guess you just throw it away. Put about half a can on that one, half a can on this one. Hopefully you got it about right. If not, you're gonna move some. Spread this out, try to get it kind of even. Not pressing down too hard. I get a little oregano. And a little garlic powder. Then you gotta have really good Italian sausage. I get mine from Zeppi's in Naperville, Italian Deli. If you don't have Italian Deli, then you should go with Johnsonville Italian sausage.
arugula rumba with Rosie.
Now comes the cheese. Right on there. With one of these things, it's very cool. And you finish putting this cheese on.
What about the mushrooms?
We're not there yet.
Oh,
But hey, thanks for reminding me. Sometimes I do forget. When me and Carlos are talking.
well, I noticed Carlos has been over by the sink most of this time. So.
Yeah. Take half of this guy, the Scaramuza. It used to be called Scaramouche by a non-Italian guy I knew. I don't know why. It doesn't even look like Scaramouche. But hey. This is the only thing I use this on because I have found no place else to put it that it tastes good, so. But it's really good on pizza. And the other half goes on this one.
I must have missed something.
Yeah, which part?
Mushrooms.
No, it's not come up yet.
But it's come up twice.
It has, because somebody's pretty damn concerned that they're not going to have mushrooms on their pizza.
I think we really like mushrooms.
I guess so. Oh, look, there's the mushrooms.
Wow.
Then, are we done? Oh, no. Au contraire.
And suddenly we're French.
So now you gotta get one of these little microplanes out because these are way cool. And I have, oh, this here is Romano cheese. So you want a little piece of that. So this microplaner is way cool. And that's all you want to put on there. And a little bit of Parmesan. Then a little bit of basil. A little bit more oregano. A couple grains of pepper. Just a tad of olive oil because that's all there's left, but even if there was more, you just want to sprinkle a little bit on there. And then into the oven for 20 minutes. Bada boom, bada bing.
Oh,
Could that be the timer? Well, yes it is. There we go. Look at that. It's sliding around. It's looking really good. Gotta toss this puppy back in. Hope you're hungry. And we let that sit for 10 minutes. Or you could cut it right now and you have like a lot of gooey stuff, and a lot of people like to eat that, but I got a little baby mouth, so I can let it sit 10 minutes. That way all the cheese sets up and it cuts better. Oh look, it's been 10 minutes. It's time to cut the pizza. Now in Chicago they cut it in squares. We're not quite in Chicago. So, I don't know. I just cut it like this because I like it like this. And I didn't know about Chicago cut pizza because it was always cut in squares until I went to New York to see my buddy. We went to the little mom and pop pizza place and the guy said, "You want this New York cut or you want a Chicago cut?" And I said, "What the hell's a Chicago cut?" And he goes, "I thought you was from Chicago." And I said, "I am." He goes, "That's in squares." There you have it.